Greetings. Our group will present Wiley textbook rental system. The first module is student registration. Student ID is consists of university short name and matrix number. User must first create a student ID. If user enter a symbol, the system will display an error. For account registration form, user will fill in registration information and select the correct student ID. When account created, the system will assign the account ID. In recipient form, user will fill in the recipient phone number. When recipient is created, the system will assign the recipient ID. For shipping address form, user will first select his account ID. Then user will fill in the shipping address. Then user must select the recipient phone number. Student ID report will display all the student ID. An account report will show the data of an account. From the table, we can interpret the student's country as a pie chart. Shipping address report will show the shipping address data. From the table, we can interpret the shipping state as a pie chart. Recipient ID will display all the recipient ID and its recipient number. Total student versus total account report will show a bar chart comparing total student and total account.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Aizudin, and I will explain about the module 2, which is book arrangement. We have two types of book, which are printed and ebook. In the printed book, we have the attribute name, ISBN, no return price, and availability. And for the ebook, the attribute name is a bit different for the web link and access code. For the textbook page, it will show the list of the textbook and its attribute name. It also include the FK of the textbook table, and below of it, it include the author ID for each table. For example, the security all textbook is written by the author ID, which is 1002. And for the author page, on the left side, we can see all the author of the textbook. And in this section, we have the author ID and author name. And we also can see which textbook that the author wrote. For example, Ahmad Tijani write 3 textbook, and Makoto Shinkai only write 2 textbook. And for the category, it shows the category table and the attribute name, and also the textbook ISBN, because one textbook only has one category. So, for example, internet category has only one textbook, which is internet all textbook. And for the subject part, I show the subject and category. For example, computer subject has 4 category, which are hardware, internet, security, and networking. And we take the medical subject. It has 3 category.
Okay, my part is order and shipping. The first, we need to enter the payment number. Just type.
And numbers.
And this part, we can choose the amount to be paid. And shipping method, we use the default shipping method. So
and you select the book.
okay. So we can see the all of order ID in this table, and we choose this matrix. And now we can see the row are created, and we can see the every order ID can correspond the textbook. And in this part, we can see all of textbook we need, and this is payment number.
So for my part, it's a return progress. So first, the admin can create the service point. They just create, like, add the service point name, service point address, and the phone numbers. And this is the report of the service point informations. And then the users can submit the return forms. And this is what the tracking numbers generated by orders. And the textbook, what they have rent, and select the service point names, and they can create return forms. And this is the report of the returns. If the users success submit the return forms, the books, this textbook will change the return status to yes. And for fines, because we create the tables with system date plus 130 days, so it cannot be shown for now. But we can add just add by our systems. Admins can add fine forms and choose the student IDs. And the textbook by admins and amount charged as student IDs, and we can create we can create a fine. Yeah. So I think my module are demonstrate. This is all my modules. Yeah.